In this video, we'll go over how a user of the Hero Junior interacts with the robot. Part of the appeal of the Junior over the Hero 1 is its 32K of ROM memory, full of interactive programs driven by a keypad menu system. So let's dig in and find out what Hero Junior offered out of the box. While Hero 1 was intended to teach industrial robotics, Hero Junior was meant to be a home companion, so it was designed to be as user-friendly as possible. We'll start our tour at the back of the machine. On the left, we find the main power switch. It's recessed, so you need a small screwdriver or a Papermate No. 2 Sharpwriter pencil with the lead retracted to turn it on. On Power Up, Hero Junior enters the dreaded Power On self-test, where it checks its various input and output hardware and sets the real-time clock and calendar. We've seen this in previous videos, so I'll spare you the agony here. Across from the power switch is the charging port. It takes a special 4-pin conductor normally used on CB handsets. Note that when the 4-pin plug is installed in the charger port, the robot can sense that it's there, and its software will prevent it from moving when it thinks it's plugged in, even if no power is being supplied. Think of it as a restraining bolt. Next to the power switch is the sleep mode switch. This one can be moved by hand, no tool needed. The Hero Junior was designed to use as little power as possible to extend its battery life. Sleep mode extends it even further. Slide the switch to sleep and hit the reset button, and the robot shuts down most of its power usage. Slide to normal and hit reset to wake it back up.
Ready.
We'll see the RS-232 port in action in another video. For now, let's move to the main user interface on the top of the robot. The Hero Junior has a membrane keyboard for input and a set of LED lights for output. The green power light is lit when the robot is on. In sleep mode it's off, but flashes once every 5 seconds. The red LEDs have several functions. They blink in a seemingly random pattern when the robot speaks.
I am Hero Junior, your personal robot.
They cascade when the robot is waiting for input. Sometimes they even do a binary counting routine. They, along with a voice, are the main ways the robot tells you what's going on. The keypad is similar to the one on the Heathkit ET3400 microprocessor trainer, not to mention having the same microprocessor. We'll see more of that machine in the future as well. This RT1 in the bottom left of the keypad is the model number for the Hero Junior. The Hero 1 is model number ET18. And now you know. Let's go through the keypad starting in the bottom right with Reset. This key ties directly to the microprocessor and stops whatever program is running, throwing the machine into its interactive menu mode.
Can't be nimble, can't be twitch ready.
The LED lights cascade, telling us that the robot is now waiting for our input. But it won't wait forever. After 30 seconds, it will exit input mode and switch to its personality program.
Time out.
More about that later. For now, if it does exit input mode, we'll just hit reset again to get its attention.
Ready.
Next, we have the first set of numbered keys, 0 through 3. The entire keypad has all the digits needed to enter hexadecimal numbers 0 through F, and these first 4 keys serve as numbers only. Initially, in input mode, they're not allowed, so hitting any of them produces a warning message.
Illegal entry.
The remaining keys on the keyboard have 2 functions each. They can be numbers or commands. The 4 key, for instance, is used as a 4 when entering numbers, but in menu mode it's the key for the sing command. Sing is one of the built-in programs in the Hero Junior's read-only memory, and it lets the robot sing songs. Press 4 to trigger the sing command.
Sing. Enter 2 digits for the selection.
For sing, there are 2 options. Entering a number beyond 2 will loop back to the beginning, so it's difficult to tell using this method when we are out of choices. I'll save you the trouble of experimenting and give you a list of choices for each command.
0, 1, oh beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain. Sing. Enter 2 digits for the selection. 0, 2. Daisy, Daisy, tell me your answer true.
By the way, there is one more option for each of the 2-digit selection commands. Let's try
0, 0, selection 1, oh beautiful, for spacious skies, Selection to AC.
Heath calls this the menu for each command. This can be handy for a short choice list, playing all the choices in order, but it gets more annoying as the number of choices increases. There are two other commands that behave exactly the same as sing, presenting a series of voice synthesis actions you can choose from. They are number 7, speak, and number 9, poet. Let's take a quick look at each. Poet is a very short list of nursery rhyme poems. No Walt Whitman or Homer here.
Cat be nimble, cat be quick, cat jump over the candlestick.
Speak has a larger list, some of which are reused from other programs in the ROM. Selections 1 and 2 are useful for checking system settings on the robot.
0, 1, it's unknown, 8, 128, 249 PM. I have 24,576 bytes of random access memory.
Selections 4 and 18 actually use variables stored in the robot's memory to say its name and the name of its user. We'll learn how to alter those names in a future video.
I am Hero Jr., your personal robot. I always obey a human being.
And finally, selections 8 and 15 through 17 are just fun.
How about a nice game of chess, Dr. Falcon?
Play is very similar to sing, speak, and poet, except its actions are interactive games. There are only 3 of them. Selection 1 lets you tickle the robot by moving your hands in front of the sonar sensor.
I like to be tickled. Will you tickle me? Ha ha ha, ha ha ha.
Selection 2 is a hand-clapping game where the robot counts how many times you've clapped your hands and displays the number on its LEDs.
Let's count hand claps. You clap your hands and I'll count. Okay. 3. Okay.
This one is actually useful to check how well the sound sensor is picking up your hand claps, which are used in other programs as a form of input. More on this later. Selection 3 is by far the most complicated of the games, so let's take a look at it in detail.
Play. Enter 2 digits for the selection. 0, 3, cowboys and robots. Play this game in a darkened room. Shine a flashlight directly into my light sensor. You got me. You got me. Then I got you. You got me. You got me.
So the light sensor works well here, and it seems like the robot uses either his sonar or motion detector to find you. Either way, it's minutes of fun. Gab is a weird one. The idea is that Hero Jr. can make up his own words or phrases by recombining phonemes from the existing phrases in his memory. Gab asks for a level from 0 to 9.
Enter 1 digit for the level. 1.
This seems to be used to decide how many phonemes to choose from each successive phrase. So a low number like 1 will sound like complete gibberish.
Ready.
While a high number like 7 should include lots of identifiable words.
Intruder. Someone moved in front of me. Ready.
I tend to find the gibberish more relaxing. Now we move into the more complex commands in the top 2 rows of the keypad. First is the demo mode, where Hero Jr. explains his diverse and amazing abilities, reusing a lot of routines we've already seen with other commands.
Demo. I am Hero Jr., your personal robot. Let me demonstrate some of my capabilities. I can see light. Please wave your hand in front of my sensors. Was that your hand? I can measure distances. Please hold your hand a foot or so in front of me. Your hand is 8.8 inches in front of me. Now move your hand. Now your hand is 5.8 inches in front of me.
Demo has a couple of sections where the robot moves, but those are bypassed if the restraining bolt is in place.
The restraining bolt.
Now we're up to one of the possibly useful built-in functions. In guard mode, Hero Jr. will use his sonar and motion detector to look for intruders. Guard asks for a selection of 1 or 2. Let's try mode 1 first.
Enter 1 or 2. 1.
Hero Jr. asks for a password in the form of hand claps. However many claps he registers at this point is how many you will need to supply to identify yourself later on.
Enter the password.
I find it easier and more accurate to tap the side of the robot's head to enter the password. The robot now sits motionless, looking for intruders. When one is found, he calls them out.
Intruder alert, intruder alert. You have 5 seconds to identify yourself. Alert aborted. You may pass, friend. Ready.
After 5 seconds, he triggers an alert. This basically amounts to making a lot of noise.
Password incorrect. You are an intruder. I have summoned the police.
But he does have a method of triggering an actual alarm, provided you have a Heathkit GDA 2800 security system and its matching radio transmitter. But according to eBay, no one does. We'll have to revisit that idea in a future video. To cancel the alert, just hit the reset button.
Intruder ready.
Guard Mode 2 is the same as Mode 1, except that the robot starts to wander around after a minute or so, actively looking for intruders. This one might work well in a factory or warehouse. In my house, I usually just find him stuck somewhere pleading for help. Next up is the alarm command. It has 3 modes.
Alarm. Enter 1, 2, or 3. 1. Enter time. Hours. 0, 1 minutes. 0, 4, 8, 4 a.m. 8, 4 p.m. p.m. 1, 0, 4 p.m. Press enter to confirm, or C to change.
Whichever mode you choose, the robot puts itself to sleep,
Enter.
conserving battery power until the alarm time you have set, at which point his real-time clock wakes him up.
Ready.
In Mode 1, Silent Mode, the robot wakes into menu mode just as if you had woken him up with the sleep switch. After 30 seconds of inactivity, his current personality will then take over, and he'll do whatever he would normally do if you weren't interacting with him.
Time out. Oh beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain.
Think of Mode 1 as an alarm for the robot itself, to wake up and do its thing. By the way, if the day Hero Jr. wakes up is the special day you had set during the initial clock setup, then he'll say,
Ta 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 ta. It's a special day today. Ready.
upon waking. Option 2 turns Hero Jr. into a talking alarm clock. When he wakes, he makes it his job to wake you up.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's 1:08 p.m. Please wake up. Please wake up. Are you awake?
You can silence him by making some noise or hitting the reset key,
Yes, I'm awake.
Thank you. Ready.
or ignore him and get a couple of snoozes in before he gives up entirely.
Well, I'll let you sleep for 10 more minutes. I hope you are not going to be late.
Option 3 is a reminder alarm. When Hero wakes, well, let me just show you.
It's time to do something. It's time to do something. Ready?
It's of course up to you to remember what something is. I've been talking about Hero's personality setup a lot in this video. It's the routine he runs automatically when he's not waiting for input from his keypad. It's probably high time we see exactly what it is. The setup key lets you check on the current personality settings and change them. Let's hear the first part with his default settings.
Setup. Current personality levels are Sing 1, Speak 2, Poet 1, Play 1, Explorer 1, Gab 0.
As you might have guessed, Hero Jr.'s personality is the collection of routines we've been learning about in the lower part of the keyboard. Sing, speak, etc. Hero Jr. randomly decides which of these commands to run next based on the level setting for each command. A 0 means he will never execute that command, while an A for all means he will always do it. The various numbers in between allow you to fine-tune how often he sings or speaks or recites terrible poetry. After speaking the current settings, Hero Jr. lets you change them. One very important personality setup for your own sanity is the 0 personality. Setting all the options to 0 lets you work on the robot without it annoying you, constantly singing, or driving off your workbench onto the floor.
Enter new personality levels. Sing 0, Speak 0, Poet 0, Play 0, Explorer 0, Gab 0. Ready?
By the way, you may have noticed that there is one activity listed in the personality setup that does not have a matching key on the keypad. That would be Explore. It's a way to give the robot something to do when you otherwise don't want to interact with it. In Explore mode, Hero Jr. will wander about, either looking for a light source with his light sensor, or looking for humans with his sonar and motion detector. He does his best to avoid obstacles and back up when he's run into things, but he's not putting a lot of thought into it, and he's definitely not mapping his surroundings. Maybe that's an idea for a future video. Keep in mind that Explore is disabled when the restraining bolt is in place.
The restraining bolt.
Before we leave the keypad behind, there are a couple of easy keys left. The Enter key is pretty self-explanatory. It's what you've been hitting to enter your selections. It's also used along with the 0 key to trigger the Robot Wizard routine we looked at last time.
Robot Wizard.
We'll revisit it again in the next video. Lastly, we did skip over the Help key, but its function is pretty straightforward. It describes what any of the other keys do.
Help. Press another key for information about that key. Speak. Says a short phrase. 0, 0 for menu. Ready?
And the good folks at Heathkit even thought of the inevitable.
Help. Press another key for information about that key. Help. Surely you test. Ready?
Well, that's all the functions on the Hero Jr.'s keypad. But some juniors have 4 more buttons. Where, you say? On their optional radio remotes. This handheld transmitter talks to the receiver card on the robot's chest. The system was sold as an add-on to the robot, but was very common. Let's take it out for a spin. The remote has 3 driving buttons at the top. Think of them as left, center, and right. The center button controls starting, stopping, and starting in reverse. Hitting it repeatedly looks something like this. The left and right keys are held down to turn the drive wheel in the corresponding direction. The longer you hold them, the farther towards 90 degrees the wheel turns. At 90, Hero Jr. makes the tightest possible turn and basically spins in a circle. The driving controls are a bit odd, but you get used to them after a while. When you're done driving, park your robot and hit the fourth key at the bottom to return control to the personality program. So there you have it. We've completed our grand tour of the built-in software of the Hero Junior. As a consumer robot, a lot of care was put into making him easy to use and hopefully entertaining. But I'd like to go further. I'd like to make Hero Junior actually useful.
Coffee service coming through.
And hopefully a bit more intelligent. Next week, we'll figure out how to hack past Junior's apparently impenetrable consumer interface and take our first baby steps toward programming him in his native machine language. We'll even get a simple program to run using just paper and the keypad. Stay tuned for fun. Join us next time as we continue our restoration of everyone's favorite 80s robot. And if you like this video, don't forget to
like, subscribe, and ring the bell.